little busy this morning.
The other side really had more of the Asian influenced breakfast. This side is going to have a little bit more American style, but we did see a nice mix of both on it. You still have the same fruit bar. We have some curries over here, guys. A little bit of eggs Benedict, vegetables. You guys are like, love the Disney hash browns. They are here. Standard American breakfast there. Some more cultural-inspired foods, as well as the dining room, which looks a little bit like the Arendelle restaurant theme on the Wish. So once you leave here, you kind of just met. So we just left breakfast, and that is on the 6th floor. So those two breakfast buffets, Olaf and Maximus, are on the 6th floor of the ship. Again, overall feelings, I think they're very well decorated. I feel like even Pixar, what we ate in yesterday for lunch, maybe we liked a little bit better. Just everything feels so open, and it's like you're walking through a hallway and then bam, you're kind of in the restaurant. So again, those are just like details where you sound like you're complaining, first world problems, but it's just kind of that feedback when you're used to typical setup. Again, I think when you're used to a certain way of things, and you just start naturally comparing other things. And so that would be one of the oddities, I guess you could say. And what we've really felt like is we can just tell that this hasn't been a Disney ship from the ground up. And the detail that we find in some of the other ships doesn't seem to be the same here. Again, really big. There's that back view. So these are some of the other restaurants that when they do open that we can come in. The Grandma Tala's Kitchen. So again, kind of that Moana theme. Excited to try that. Then we have Mowgli's Eatery. These are staterooms facing the garden view up for just another view of the whole garden. Okay, we were just sitting and came into the atrium out here and saw Ordinary Adventures and went and said hi. I think we have our, eyes and ears peeled for fellow U.S. just people in general, but also people that do more media and influencing. Just we're far few in between on here, and I think it's really cool to represent part of that on the inaugural sale. So it was really fun seeing them, just kind of hearing their thoughts, and I'm sure they're going to put together a really great review and video as well. So when we get to it, we can try and link their page below, but we're all up, and part of me wants to be like, what can I go do to relax a little bit, to freshen up, and just get ready for the day. So let's have a conversation about Duffy, because this is not something that we typically see, and I know I mentioned it just briefly, passing stuff in another video, but I don't think I was aware of what Duffy was. Never heard of it. Super popular here. There's a whole store to it. People are decked out.
Mickey Mouse's teddy bear.
Mickey Mouse's teddy bear. So, and friends. It is adorable. It's really cute. I think kids would really get into it. It's just not something that I think was really brought over here to as much in the US as over here in Asia, because people have come on the ship completely dressed up and themed to it. And the room situation here, and you know, interior rooms versus oceanside rooms, and that kind of face these garden areas, we kind of think that's pretty cool. That, you know, if you say all the rooms were booked, you didn't want an interior room, there were no ocean rooms, I'd say this would be like a really good installation prize.
Well, hello there, friend. Being friends. So come settle in. It's the tale of the friendship. Come on.
Stretching as far as my eye can see. Ciao, Duffy. Hi, Tony. What are you looking at? I don't know.
I mean, it's cute.
Two more friends came over to play.
Cookie Ann, hello.
Duffy asked what they thought of the ocean out the window.
Look at the ocean and green and its beauty. It smells like the ocean. Makes you think of tropical fruits. Oh, yes. Oh, Lamel. How about you? Traveling my time, you'll hear some melody forming inside. The ocean gives you ideas for music? That's awesome. And oh, that is clean to see. But what's the ocean?
Meanwhile, at the beach, Shelly Mae was making a seashell bracelet for a friend. She wondered who she should give the bracelet to, but she didn't have to.
Skellaloo! Hi, Shelly Mae. What are you making? A bracelet out of seashells. Just listen to the sound it makes. Beautiful. Maybe you could add. What do you think it is? Okay, 'cause working together always wins the day. Yes, working together always.
I really think that this is a really cool addition to the cruise ship lines. There hasn't been something like this. I think the restaurants out here are really fun versus, you know, the typical where you're on the pool deck and everything's covered, but this is restaurant themed and it's included in your ticket, so we won't have to pay, just like some of the other restaurants where you do like an enchanté type of thing. We go up, it's all open. It does get really warm in here during the day in the sunshine, but it's still pretty early morning. In Kids Club making some slime quite early and bright, but I think it's beautiful, it's detailed, just so different. It feels completely different, but the stage is like more of a legit stage that I don't think they have to tear down. That's behind me every single time like they do on the other ships. So, right, there's give and there's take when they're designing, especially a ship that wasn't from birth a Disney ship. This is pretty. To give it a little push, this is the Nemo area. Again, another drink station. Super kid friendly. Very whimsical in its feeling. The detail's pretty cool. We have another store. Guys, I think we might be able to, unless you had a reservation, you were not allowed to shop. Here's two more restaurants, Ohana Grill and Bewitching Bobo. We are really excited to try that. The boba. But again, garden area. So facing towards the back where you'll see more pool areas that you can come in here and get smoothies. Shall we take a look? we are just wandering around where our kids are in Kids Club. It's kind of like one of those things. This floor in these restaurants, most of it is included. Just like some of the Mike and Sully's, teppanyaki. A really cool vibe in here. We weren't over here at night because it was just crazy, but we're going up to another. This is really beautiful detail. They did such a good job here, this mosaic. Giving you another glimpse from the stairwell. Porta Rosa, this is? So, Eric, what movie is this inspired by? Luke? If you like people watching, yes, I will say that because this is part of the open, be prepared to be a little bit warm in your eating. And I don't know if you guys are like me. I don't typically like to eat in sweat. Just a small detail. There's TVs. So it kind of almost has these nature. They really did such a good job. We can try. Yeah. Oh, Pizza Planet. And humps. More seating. The roller coaster doesn't seem to be working right now. What we would typically have seen on other cruise ships on the decks. mind you, it is hot. But still love seeing that whole thing there. Love all the hand washing stations. Another bar. Hello. Market bar. More seating. It's quite a bit larger deck. Top deck. The boat is just bigger, so there's more seating to fill in, it looks like. Common areas, I'm sure in the evening, we didn't get up here in the evening, would be nice, but it is just sunny and hot. Let's show you guys the drink station. Coffee, tea, milk. Okay, so we are queued up in a quick service restaurant, and I think one of the big problems that we're seeing is if you are not on your phone all the time trying to book reservations to these free quick serves, you don't get in. And so I think that that is really gonna hurt them, because unlike some of the other ships, we can go about, we can visit on the main deck, and we can get access to this food that's free, that's included, let's just say, in the price of our ticket. And what we're finding is we went over to Ohana quick serve and we were turned away because, one, the queue wasn't even that long, and two, because we didn't have a formal reservation on the app. This is not like a formal sit-down restaurant. We couldn't eat in it until 4 p.m. when that is essentially almost an hour and 45 minutes. One of the setbacks for food here is if you're not using the buffets or your sit-down dinner reservations, you have to make sure that you reserve it. And so this boat is not even at full capacity. We're at about 3,800 people, give or take, and this is supposed to do $6 grand. You know, you come on to Disney because you want to not be on your phones the whole time. You plan ahead with whatever you can. However, I don't think instructions and letting guests know ahead of time some of these rules is really helpful, because then when you've got your kids, which we've got 2 of our 3 kids and we're hungry, you either have to go up to, which we're getting close to the buffets closing, have to have a reservation, and if they're trying to do crowd control, I think they're doing the opposite. I don't think that it is.
What?
For this one, chicken or lamb?
Lamb. Yellow rice. 不要啊，都不要啊。姜。
One lamb shawarma, no pita.
Beef. Can I have beef and chicken?
Liv, Bella, what do you want?
Hello.
Treasures Untold. So this is the first store that we've been on. So skincare.
That was officially before on the Wish and on the Wish.
Kind of pretty, Hawaiian themed. Pins, bangles, dresses. These are pretty.
I like the stick.
The blue one?
What are you guys looking at here? Hmm?
What do these? Square ones? What drinks come in the square ones? The side, okay. Okay.
What's this game called?
Shuffleboard? I don't know. Why? Yeah. You hold it like this. Yeah, you do this track. got it. Good job. 7. That was my best putt ever. Oh, good job. You got 1.
Spirit jerseys versus pro jerseys. I feel like that screams Ethan. That's really cool. We're trying to shop. In that first store, we didn't have to have anybody. So be expected if you do come on the adventure that if you want to go shopping in some of the stores, the first night was a reservation. The second one, some of the stores you have to queue up. This is a little much. There's a lot of probably inaugural stuff in this store, and they probably are just keeping tabs on it. And then this store, probably the same. It's the same one.
That one says inaugural too. Mm-hmm. There's some shopping malls that like this.
We made it in. Did you get our magnet? Ornament, Eric. I think we'll grab that one. Don't usually get a ton, but there are a few things that we tend to collect. Usually collect magnets and ornaments for a Christmas tree, and sometimes a mug of a new place that we've gone to. I grabbed it just in case.
Be careful, don't spin it like that.
Hey, if it opens, we could put a tea light on it. New bags. There's ears. Again, all for the maiden voyage. More backpacks.